So let us rearrange the following pseudocode to gain a better understanding before we actually implement the code for printing out the display word with underscores. So first you have to get user input for the guess character, so that will be at first. And after getting input, we're going to loop through every letter present in the original secret word. And if the guess character matches the letter in the original word, then you're going to add the guess character to display word, or else we'll display underscore for every letter in the word. Let's just submit this once. You can see we got it correct. Now that we saw the pseudocode on how we should replace the display character with the letter guessed by the user, let's implement it in the code. So if the guess character is present in the secret word, we're going to replace the guess character wherever it's present in the secret word, and if not, we're simply going to print out blank spaces. Coming to the code, we have changed our word display function. So in the for loop of the word display function, we're going to iterate through the entire length of the word. So here we have a new function called strchr. So what strchr does is it's going to take two strings as an input, and it's going to return a pointer at which both the strings have a same character. And over here, we're going to check whether or not it's null. So if it's null, that means there are no letters matching in guesses and the secret word. But if it's not null, that means there is a letter which matches in guesses and word. Then in the display variable, we're going to add that letter. So in strchr, we are going to get whether or not the letters are occurring both in the guess and the secret word. And if it's occurring, then we're going to just simply add that letter to the display variable or the display word. And after that, we're going to be increasing the index by 1 because we do not have a way to keep track of index in this particular for loop. And if the guess does not contain the letter present in the secret word, then we're simply going to be adding a underscore. And after either printing the letter or the blank space, we're going to be printing an empty space. And then after that, we're going to create a null terminate string at the end of this entire display word at display index -1. And then we're going to return this display word. Now in the main function, it's pretty much the same, except we have added an infinite loop using while 1. And then we're going to call the word display function. Then we're going to ask the user to guess and give character as an input. And after which, now what we are doing is guess over here is the guess for this particular iteration, and guesses is the string of all the guesses from the previous chances too. So we are basically going to append the guess to the guesses string. Now one thing we need to make sure is that, let's say user guesses A, and if the user guesses A again, we need to print out you already guessed A, please try something again, or else user will keep guessing A even though it's not present in the secret word. Therefore, we need to compare whether or not the guess given by the user already exists in the guesses string. As I told previously, guesses is a string which contains all the previous guesses given by the user. So in this for loop, we're going to compare first if in the guesses string the guess given by the user is present, and if it's not present, that is if it gives out null, then we're going to initialize the length of guesses to len, and at the end of the guesses string we're going to add the current guess, after which we're going to indicate that the string is over. Similarly, we're going to do this for every guess, and after which we're going to once again go through this while loop since it's an infinite loop, and then we're going to ask the user to guess, and we're going to call the word display function. Let me just run this code once. So let me give C, let me give R. So my word is rating, let's say I give rating. So my word has been printed out. Let's just submit this code once. So pass all 3 test cases. Let's move on to the next subtask.